Hello, this is Crypto CJ. It's the trade of the day, Friday afternoon Zoom edition, and Bitcoin again dipped below 20K, so that's kind of a bummer. Market's not too exciting towards the end of the week. We did have some bad economic news this week, probably had something to do with the dip in the markets. Let's check out the Bitcoin chart. Okay, you guys should be seeing my day chart for Bitcoin.
Yes.
All right, thank you. We're at 19,730 now, still stuck in the range that we've established since mid-June. So we've been in this range for the last 3 months. Towards the bottom end of it though, 18.8 is the low, and we're just about $1,000 above that now. Kind of intrigued to see where the weekend will take us. Lower volume generally means lower prices, not always, so we'll see. We did have the Ethereum merge this week. It went off without a hitch, as far as we know, but it did seem to confirm the buy the rumor, sell the news. So we had this run up in Ethereum that defied most of the market action around it, and then a dip, another run up here, and kind of topped out around 1760, and then we've had a drop since then of about $300, and it's just hanging in the low 1400s. Do have some support here right at this level. If it dips below, it could head back down to $1,000 again. We don't want that, but anything's possible. I was talking to Craig earlier, and he had a novel theory about potential lower volume this week. Craig, you want to share that?
Yeah, I was just curious as to, with the death of Queen Elizabeth in England, and how much that would preoccupy, particularly the English, whether that affected the volumes and the market at all, because probably a lot of people there aren't trading.
Yeah, it's an interesting theory. I haven't really read anything like that, but when you combine the bad economic data that we had earlier in the week with maybe some hesitance over the Ethereum merge, and then throwing this world event involving the death of the Queen, and many nations, including Craig's, have, and ours in the U.S. have connections to England, and may, as a kind of show of support, with done as little economic activity as possible. Um, who knows? Anyone else want to chime in on this? Why we had the week we had? Okay. Let's look at the Ethereum chart. Well, we just looked at that. So let's go to Altcoin Alert, see if we can find some trades. Okay, I am on the altcoin radar setting, and I have easy mode off, so I have all the information here. I can sort any one of these columns here. I usually start with the AA score. Looking for value 70 and higher. Used to be 80, but now it's 70. I took a quick look at Nano because it has this 83.3 score, but it's not on any exchanges I usually trade, so I skipped that one. The next option here is Anchor, 78.6 score. We like that. And it's a quick review. Altcoin Alert is telling us that Anchor has a 78.6% chance of going up 3% or more in the next 48 to 72 hours. All right, so I've got the Anchor chart. Let's look at the hour, get the big picture. And in the last week, it's dropped about 18%. And looking kind of squeezy here. It's about to break through the bottom of the Bollinger Band, only 1.3%. So I don't like it as an entry now, but if we zoom in a little bit, if you want to set an alert on anticipated price and a dip sequence, this support area here around 3.28 cents would be a good a good alert, and a secondary alert over here around 3.25 cents would be another option. So these are the, well, not this one. It's already almost there. So these are the two areas I'd be looking at for price alert. But as you know, I prefer the indicators on the 15-minute chart. So let's go over there. I've introduced a trend-based alert, the Chandelier Exit. I've talked about it on and off for the past year. I've added that alert, that indicator to my basic chart. And one of the reasons is to give another option for entry prices for you guys. I mean, there's hundreds of indicators on TradingView. These are just the ones I've gravitated towards and been sort of consistent for me. None of them are extremely consistent, but they help us do a little technical analysis and get better entries than just throwing a dart at the board. So on the 15-minute chart, I can click on the Chandelier Exit. And since we have a high AA score, we're looking for buys. And most of these have done okay. 2.6% on that one. This one dropped about that amount, then came back. Maybe we could have ladder bought down here. Gotten out here, 2 positions in profit. If you just held one, you could have gotten out with about 1% profit here. And then holding on longer, nearly 2%. Not bad, but not great. Usually looking for 3% or more on a spot trade. If I'm using leverage, then about half that. Okay, so that's one option. Turn that off, and we can go with divergence, more of a buy the dip kind of trade. So as you know, divergence is a disagreement between the price action and the indicators. Bullish divergence is when the indicators are bullish, but the price action's bearish. See that one here. And these have done okay. Yeah, 3% on that one. 1.5% on that one if you hold it longer. 2.5 almost in 15 hours, not bad. And it's real easy to set alerts on this this indicator. I've shown the download many times. Right click on here. Positive divergence. Once per bar. 78.2 or something like that was that's what I usually do with my alerts. But I think we can do better than this. So, and then we've got our MFI and RSI alerts. And you can even overlap these and use them as confirmation. So here on the MFI, it dipped below the 20, which is the oversold area, and started to come back up right about here. So yeah, it's 3% profit. We like that. This one, also a really good entry on this MFI. 1.88%, ran out of gas, recovered 2.5%, pretty good entries there. RSI, might have caught that one, I'm not sure. Did catch this one though. So either the RSI or the MFI would work. Add an alert, crossing up, 20, once per bar close, and then your information source. So that's how I would do that. Any questions on Anchor? Okay, let's see if we can find something else. Ocean. Looks like we just had an update. Now Ocean is number 2. And Anchor went away. Interesting. Okay, I was looking at that one earlier, so I've got the chart ready. Let's look at the hour. Pretty steep drop since the 12th. Down about 20%. Little bump earlier today, but then dipping again. This one could start a dip sequence. Well, actually, it's bubbling in, not out. 2.5%. Not too squeezy. Don't like this entry, so you know what I'm doing. 15-minute chart. Let's do some alerts over here. Actually, before that, do some price alerts here. Got some support here, but we're pretty close to that price, around 15.7 cents. I'd be inclined to go down here, try to catch it at about 15.4. So that's where I'd put my price alert, right about there. Okay, on the indicators on the 15-minute chart, Chandelier Exit. It's done not bad. That one didn't do very well, but this one did. Well, not great. Yeah, not quite 1%. Actually, I spoke too soon. These actually didn't do that well either. Well, that's 2.8%. We like that. 45 minutes. And this one obviously did really well. So, and if you're leverage trading, you're experienced and do that kind of thing, the sell alerts have been pretty good as well. That one came down 2.5%. About the same here. So on the Chandelier Exit, one thing I like about it is you can select whether you want buys or sells. Alert CE buy, alert CE sell, or you can say direction change. You can trade both directions as the market goes up and down. So you will find yourselves in if you take all these trades, you'll be trading against yourself a little bit. You have some longs and some shorts going at the same time. Okay. On divergence, more of a dip trade approach. It's caught some low areas here that ended up trending up. So that one went sideways. This one did pretty well. Yeah, 2.7% on that one. 1.3, then a drop. Caught this move up. Obviously, that would have affected all these as well. So divergence pretty good on Ocean. And the MFI, the RSI only had one breakthrough. Actually didn't even break through. So the MFI has been a little more sensitive, and it's pretty similar to what I just showed you on the divergence. Probably you would have gotten in right about here and caught that move up. This is another one that entry's not very good though. Yeah, takes a while. You'd be in that for a while before you get 5%. But pretty much all the indicators have played out pretty well, yeah, with some patience. Both divergence and MFI. The RSI is not quite sensitive enough. If I have a, that's the basic setting. So, okay, any questions on Ocean? Okay, you guys are too quiet. Okay, we'll do one more. Actually, this is one I haven't looked at. Band 76.7. Let's look at that one. Let's get rid of some drawings. And since the 11th, down about 18%. Just kind of hovering in this no man's land. Kind of squeezy here on the 5-minute. Price alerts kind of between these two areas of support. We're getting higher lows for the most part. So that's usually a signal of an uptrend. Then we're getting lower highs on this. So that's going to squeeze in here and go hard one way or the other fairly soon. Okay. And then another price alert in this vicinity, 1.22. It's pretty close to there already, so I'd probably just go with this one. All right, for the indicators in the 15-minute, Chandelier hasn't done that great. Of course, you're not always going to get good values on the Chandelier looking at AA score coins because those have been beaten down and are presumed to be ready for a comeback. So if I look at the last, day or two, those are the kind of values I'm going to get. So that would be one option. I don't like what I see there. Let's see if looks better on the. Oh, that's not it. Looks better on Divergence. That one did okay. 1.7. We had like 3 of them in a row. Eventually it was profitable. Yeah, I don't like Band. I like Ocean better than this one. So yeah, you only got one MFI drop. And it just went sideways for a while before going up. So yeah, I'm not loving this one. I think I'd prefer Ocean over this one. Any questions on Band? Well, it's Friday. Let's look for a short for the weekend, huh? Those of you who trade leverage and want to see if we can short something, we can look at Altcoin Alert and go the opposite. Look for bad scores, bearish. But I don't know if any of these are tradable on exchanges that allow leverage. So that sort is not useful at the moment. I did find GRT. Now I'm forgetting how I got to it. I think it was a long-term sentiment. Yeah, here it is. Bearish, 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 down 3%. Bullish AA score, so a little contradiction there, but here's the GRT. Let's look at the hour. And it had a decent run up a couple days ago on the 12th, but down 22% since then. Okay, we're looking, everything's the opposite now that we're looking for a short. So it did just bounce off the top of the Bollinger Band heading down. 1.5% between the bands. Not that great. If you want to use a price alert, I see instead of support, looking for resistance now. Yeah, that's the one. So I see some of that here and here. So if you're looking for entries, over around 10.8 cents and 11 cents, this area here. Okay, otherwise the 15-minute chart and our indicators. Looks like these are doing decent. So sell alert here. Down almost 3%. This one went up, then down about 4%. So Chandelier is pretty good at finding the shorts. Yeah, it might just be a function of the market. Yeah, so all these are 2% and higher. And presumably if you're doing short trades, then you're using some level of margin. I don't recommend over 10. That's if you're experienced. If you're not experienced and you're dabbling, I'd say keep it at 1 or 2% until you get more comfortable with it, evaluating that risk. Now, if we don't want to use a chandelier and rather go with divergence, yeah, the bearish divergence has done pretty well, but this is a little misleading because, as we know, this particular indicator will repaint. So, which is why I use this as a backup sometimes, non-repaint. So, yeah. Yeah, this one did really well. 3% there. Another 3%. Another 3%. Yeah, you pile up 3% so you can get some nice action on your account pretty quickly. You can also do the opposite on our MFI or RSI. Right here we're over 80, which is the overbought area, trending back down. So entry right about here, based on that alert, would have been really good. Triggers again up here. Yeah, it's good stuff there. This one not as good. And 3% after about a half a day. So yeah, it looks like the MFI is better than the RSI on this. That's been the trend today. Okay, any questions regarding our potential Friday short in GRT? All right, well, let's do one more. Okay, we've sorted the AA score. We've done the long-term sentiment. Let's do the Elder Impulse Daily. There's only 20 bullish coins. Atom. Yeah, let's look at Atom. Okay, so Atom had a dip. Well, actually, yeah, lost about 20%, but gained it all back. Very few of the coins have gained back these losses that we've been discussing. As you've seen, every one of these coins except Atom that we looked at has been down 15 to 20% or more. So this one's bucking the trend. We like that. 5-minute chart. towards the top of the Bollinger Band. But it is, Bollinger Band is going bubble. So lots of room there. But kind of high in the trading range on the 5-minute chart. So this one might, since it's trending up pretty well, this one might be a good one to just trade the buys on the Chandelier Exit. Now, I think you should at least have a MACD cross for Confluence on when you're using this. Usually the MFI and the RSI are going to be going the same way, so that's not incredibly useful. But the MACD is a little slower, a little more reliable. So, yeah, and this one almost 7%. This one, 3.7. This one here, almost 6%. So, yeah, I like the Chandelier Exit on this. I don't know if any of these got below 20. Looks like one of them did on the MFI. And that would have been right after a sell. So a little bit better entry than the Chandelier Exit, but otherwise I think this is the one to use. Let's see what Divergence did. Yeah, I'm on the 5-minute chart. Dadgummit. So that's the rare time where Chandelier did pretty well on the 5-minute chart. I do use it on the 5-minute, but I changed the settings quite a bit. But I haven't really figured out if that's going to be effective or not. So bullish divergences did really well on the 15-minute chart. They just didn't happen very often. Got one on the 14th. These two right around midnight this morning, and then there just aren't very many on a trending coin like this. So that's why I'd probably be inclined more to go with the Chandelier Exit over Divergence. You're gonna get more signals and more trades. Of course, ideally we have good signals and good trades, not just a bunch of trades. So don't want to be too cavalier about that. Any questions on Atom? Okay, well, that's about all I have for Altcoin Alert on a Friday afternoon. Is there anything else you guys want to talk about crypto related? Any other tokens you want to look at? Okay. Well, if you don't have any questions, nothing else to talk about, I'll go ahead and wrap it up here. If you're watching on the recording, I appreciate that. Try to join us live if you can. Please check out the opportunities described in the comments below. They help support the station. If you are a Carbon member and you are interested in the latest in Carbon, please hang around for that. That'll be my next Zoom. And if you're not in Carbon but curious, you're welcome to be a fly on the wall. Otherwise, we'll see you next time and have a good weekend.
Thank you. You too.
Thank you.